Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Today's guest is Laurie Phoenix, an upcycled fashion designer and founder of Denim Butcher Fashion. She transforms discard clothes and fabric into unique, sustainable fashion piece. Laurie work perfectly blends art, music, and environmental awareness all stitched into her clothing. In this episode, we will explore how she built her brand, her design process, and why sustainability should be at the heart of every fashion conversation. Laurie, it's fantastic to have you here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Namaste.
Uh, Laurie, your journey is a fashion of fusion of fashion, music, and art. But what really sparked this path for you? Was it a moment, a place, or just a feeling that pulled you into this creative world?
Uh, it is a feeling, a vibration of everything that I love. So I love art, music, and fashion. And for me, it was natural to merge them together with purpose. And
Yeah.
that's where sustainability comes in.
All right. Cool. So when we talk about you spent over 20 years as a master colorist and hairstylist, how did you those early experience shape your move into sustainable fashion?
Being a hairstylist, I got to work a lot of the hair shows that were like Chicago, New York, and being with the models. So it started with doing wardrobe and hair, but seeing all the waste, but also seeing how the shopping bags were so
Right.
cool and colorful. I was like, wow, that would make a really cool shirt. So just imagination, um, imagination, passion, purpose.
All right. So what was the turning point? Where was there a specific event or realizations that made you shift from a traditional beauty to upcycled fashion?
I've always liked fashion, music, hair, and art. I couldn't afford to go to fashion school, so I bartended and had money to afford hair school. So I had to start there. So I got
Yeah.
a late start, but I
Yeah.
think if you have a passion, you should do it.
All right.
But I like
And
hair
you
too. No.
Yeah, so and music and art are big parts of your work. So how do they influence your design on a daily basis?
Uh, a lot of my friends are artists, and I grew up around a lot of musicians and artists. So listening to music, seeing art, and then seeing a pile of clothes that would get discarded. And again, merging them all together, looking at that gets your mind growing. And then I said, hey, this could be a business for me personally. And now it's like really a business. It's growing, which is beautiful
All right,
with
cool.
everybody.
Yeah. So
You're cool.
having a lived and work in multiple cities, how has each environment impacted your creative vision?
I think when you move to different cities, for me personally, the first thing I do is try to find the arts community because those are the type of people that I feel you get a natural bond with that's more authentic. Um, I go to art shows and see what's going on, what's missing, and feeling if I can offer something to the community and learn. Learning from each other is very important.
Right.
Please. Ooh, I'm sorry, my cats are eating my cords. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So take us through your creative process. How do you select discarded materials and turn them into one kind of piece?
It can start in my closet, where if I had things that haven't been worn, and my friends' closets, lay everything on the floor like a puzzle, cut everything up, just play around. It's just playing around and having fun. It's not technical, it's not thought out, it's visual. So,
Yeah,
no, that's my process. I know other people, it's different, but for me, that works.
all right. So you call your work a wearable art. How do you balance artist's exploration with making pieces actually people actually want to wear?
That's a really good question. Um, both, both. Um, then sometimes you create and it turns more into art as you go along. But I think you can wear anything. I mean, you could wear a box with a belt around it, and it's personal choice. Would you wear that? Would you wear a box with a belt?
Yeah, probably. All right, let's move forward with next question. So you collaborate a lot of with local artists and galleries. How do those partnership works and what do they do to your brand?
Oh, can you repeat that? Can you repeat that one more time?
All right. So you collaborate a lot with local artists and galleries. How do this partnership work and what do they add to your brand?
Oh, they add love and a sense of community, and it's just going in, having a conversation, seeing what they need, see what I offer. And again, some of them give me amazing ingredients, and some of the art galleries have given me waste in the back, canvas paintings, just anything to cut up. But it works because when you do a show, you can share what you can do with sustainability and community working together, which is really great for me.
All right. And when we talk about like innovation is a key in sustainability, what unique techniques or materials have you discovered to support your zero waste philosophy?
Uh, Techniques, I love fringe. I love that whole 70s vibe. So I like to cut up fringes, throw them in the washing machine, get them shredded, and then use them. So that's something I like. And a lot of hand
All right,
sewing.
got it. And what about denim butcher fashion is rooted in zero waste? What does zero waste mean in a fashion and why it's so important?
I think zero waste is pretty much if you can use what already exists instead of wasting it. So if I have somebody gives me a pair of jeans, a jacket, a painting, and a necklace versus throwing it away, I can create with things that already exist versus them getting discarded and turn it into something new and beautiful. So I try to use what already exists when I create
All right, and there are
so it doesn't
plenty.
get wasted.
All right, so there is a plenty of misconceptions about sustainable and upcycled fashion. What's the biggest myth you encounter and how you changed it, how you challenge it?
I think some people, when they hear upcycle, they think dirty and they think you're just like in a hamper of, of dirty clothes and you're just sewing and but they don't see the art of it and the creativity that's infused when you make it. So explaining that everything is clean, where it came from, and the purpose of the creation, that makes it really
What
that
the
makes it
crazy?
really good. So
Yeah.
I know.
What is the name of this cat?
Oh, they're brothers. It's Ghost and Phantom. Thanks
All
for
right.
asking. Do you like cats?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So running a sustainable brand isn't easy. What have you been your toughest business challenges so far?
Uh, Having to over explain prices. People don't realize the time that goes into making something handmade and one of a kind. So having to over explain why it costs what it costs. And I find that amongst a lot of artists and creative people having to deal with that as well.
All right. And how about like how do you juggle the creative freedom with the practical demands on running of the business?
It's a struggle because I like being creative. I don't like societal norms telling me what I need to do and what the people want because I feel Gen X, millennials, and just other people are looking for something different. So I think sometimes you have to stay in your purpose versus somebody telling you you have to do this, this, and this to sell because that takes away from what you're creating,
All right. And
if
how
that
about
answers.
yeah, all right. And how about like you are active in community projects and pop-up shops. How crucial is community engagement
Mhm.
for growing your brand and impact?
I think the pop up shops are great because you learn the community and you get to share the message of sustainability and you get to learn from other people. I learn so much every day from other people about environment, life, and what's needed. Young people, especially, it's great to see their views on their fashion and what they want to buy and how they see the future of retail because it's going to be different for the future for sure.
Right. As a woman entrepreneur, have you faced a gender-specific challenge, and how did you navigate them?
Um, I think you just have to stay strong in your skin and have thick skin because everybody has an opinion. So I try not to judge. I like unity and collaboration. For me, I just sometimes listen more than I speak so I can try to understand where their viewpoints, positive or negative, are coming from. And
Right.
then I can decide how I want to deal with that shit.
All right, cool. So your mantra is the making sustainability a statement. How do you see fashion playing a bigger role in environmental and social challenge and social change?
I think right now fashion is a disruptor in a good way. And I think the blend of technology, art, music, and just amazing minds. Um, I think for the future, it's just going to change in a great way. So I really like the technology, which I'm learning through some really cool people.
All right. One question I would like to ask you that how about AI in a fashion industry in the next 5 to 10 years? What will be the changes?
Well, I think the big change is again, it's going to be the technology with the fashion, how it's produced. I think it's going to be wearable NFTs. I think a lot of things going to be digital. Um, People can get a view with avatars and just the robotics. It blows my mind. I think the C2C fast tech company is really nailing it right now. So I'm learning from that. But yeah, you are correct. The next 5 to 10 years, it's going to just be a flick of the phone, a flick of whatever, and I think it'll benefit um, more of the entrepreneurial, creative people
Right.
in a good way.
All right. And looking ahead, where do you see sustainable uh, heading next 5 to 10 years is already asked. So, what's your vision
Oh,
for Denim Butcher Fashion, creativity and commercially?
my vision is to see communities, sustainable communities that are infused with the fashion and the purpose of the sustainability. So I think when you see people walking down the street, they'll be more conscious of their fashion purchases, and the consumption of waste will take a different turn where you're more educated in your choices. So I see more people wearing more unique, one of a kind outfits with utilitarian um, benefits.
All right. And how about how has your journey into a sustainable fashion changed you personally beyond just your career?
I I learn more and more about the environment, and some of it makes me really sad. So personally, I'm really passionate about what I do, and I really want to be somebody that adds purpose and change in a positive direction with others that feel the same way collectively.
Good. And when things get tough, what keeps you motivated?
Music and wine is always a plus.
All right.
No, I'm only kidding. Just learning different things.
What's the best piece of advice you received as a creative entrepreneur?
To not overthink and just to be authentic and don't worry about negative opinions. Stay stay true to who you are.
Right. For anyone waiting to get started in sustainable fashion, what practical first step would you recommend?
What would I recommend
For anyone
if
wanting to
someone wanted
get,
to get? Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, right,
Um, I would just recommend go into your closet before you buy something. See what you already have, and anybody can cut up merge. I just think if we take time and look at what we have instead of what we think we need, we can change our mindset. Instead of over consuming and buying, we can use what we have and creatively change the form of it and just be a trailblazer in our fashion.
right. Looking back, what's one thing you wish you have known before starting your sustainable fashion journey?
Um, how to not get intimidated by other people's opinions, and to stick with my concept versus changing it because someone else thought it would be better their way. Just finding your voice. So I wish I would have found my voice a little bit earlier. That's all.
All right. If you could spark one big change in the fashion industry tomorrow itself, what would it be?
I think creativity. I think unique, one of a kind. is the direction that things are going. Ugh.
All right. So, Laurie, thank you so much for sharing your inspiring story and insights with
Thank
us
you.
today. Your passion and dedication to making sustainability a real statement is exactly what the fashion world needs. For everyone listening, check out Denim Butcher Fashion and follow Loris Chundri on social media platforms. Remember, sustainability isn't just a trend, it's a responsibility. We all share. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Bye.